excited for this beach day today. I gotta make sure I have everything. All right, got my sandals. Okay. Lotion. Gotta make sure I protect myself from the sun. Got my water bottle. Have my Kindle in case I get bored on the beach. What am I missing? Oh, duh, I have to teach you guys today. Sorry, I'm so worried about the beach day. All right, let's get these materials out. At the top, you're gonna write Wednesday, your name, the date, which is 5/20/20, number 1 and number 2 with a line in the middle. And then on the back, you're doing 3 and 4 with a line in the middle. And then on the last page, you're going to write your exit ticket. Okay, let's get started. Ooh, this sun is really bright. My goodness. I'm going to get burnt out here. Oh, sorry, didn't see you there. Okay. All right, so let's go on to number 1. Let me get this stuff out of my bag. Okay. So at the top, you're drawing a box because we're going to do a bar graph for number 1. And then below this box, you're going to do A, B, C with 3 blank lines. And then for your bar graph, you're not going to do all of the labels. You're just going to do just the ones that we need to see. Okay, so you're going to label for park, for beach, and for pool. You want to make sure that you put 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So our graph is counting by 2s with the numbers here. And for pool, you want to make sure that the graph stops at 10. For beach, the graph is going to stop at 9. You can't see 9, but you know that number 9 is between 8 and 10. And then for park, you're going to stop at 6. If you need more time, I would pause the video. Okay. So it says, look at the bar graph below and answer the questions. Okay, so the first question says, how many students voted beach as their favorite summer activity? So let's look for beach. How many people voted beach for their favorite summer activity? What do you think? So if it's between the 8 and the 10, we know that 9 students voted for beach. Okay. Let's do the next one. How many students voted pool as their favorite summer activity? Well, looking at pool, how many people voted for pool? 10. Nice job. Okay, so write 10. And then for C, how many more students voted for pool than for park? So let's see. For pool, we know we have 10. And then for park, we have 6. Okay. So I could start with the bigger number and I can subtract. So I could do 10 minus 6 equals, and then that's going to be our answer. So what's 10 minus 6? Hopefully you got 4, because that is correct. So that's one way you can solve it. Or you can start with the smaller number between the two. So park has the smaller number. You can start with 6. You can add and stop when you get to that bigger number right here. Okay? So if you start with 6, how many more do you need to get to 10? You know, that's already 4. Okay? So you can do one of those two strategies. Another strategy that I've already shown is you can go to your bar graph and see how much you added to get to 10. Now remember, there's numbers in between here. Even though we didn't write them, you still want to count those numbers, okay? So let's see. If we're at 6, let's just count. And let's still count that number in between. 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? So to get from park to the pool, we know that the pool has 4 more votes than the park. So 4 is our answer. Okay, let's go on to question number 2. It says count up by 5s. Count up by 5s. Then you're writing 700, 705, 4 blank lines, and then 730. All right, count up by 5s. Okay, so remember that pattern. When you're counting by 5s, in the ones place, you will always see 5050, okay? So right here, for example, I see 0, 5. I know in that ones place, I'm going to have a 0 in the ones, okay? 0, 5, 0, 5, and it just keeps going. All right, so you're going to finish this, and then we're going to go over it together when you're done. Okay, 700, 705, 710, 715, 720, 725, 730. All right, so this is just like if you were to count by 5s. Starting over, you can also see another pattern. You see it here, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, okay? All right, let's get ready for our dance break. That was a lot of fun, guys. Okay, let's get to it. We want to enjoy this beautiful day. All right, let's go on to question number 3. You're drawing a box, then you're writing more and less with a blank line below it, and then you're writing answer with a blank line. Okay, let me grab my marker real quick. All right. Rodney has 16 baseball cards. He has 11 more baseball cards than his sister. How many baseball cards does his sister have? Label more and less. So we haven't done one of these in a little while. So I'm going to do this with you. We're going to put a box here. And we got to figure out who has more or less. We need to label that. It's very, very important. So let's see. Let's use the words, not the numbers. Let's use the words to help us to figure out who has more or less. Rodney has 16 baseball cards. He, so they're talking about Rodney, has 11 more. Oh, so they're saying Rodney has more. So if Rodney has more, then his sister has less. Good. So we're going to give less to his sister. All right, so how many baseball cards does his sister have? We're focusing on his sister because she's part of the question. If she has less, what are we going to do with the two numbers? Are we adding or subtracting? Subtracting, okay? So 16 minus 11 equals question mark. Label your total and your parts. Total goes before the minus sign. These are your parts. Okay, so now you're going to do a strategy to solve this. Now we can use two different strategies, all right? So let's do a line in the middle. You can do one strategy here and another one here. Let's just do this first one and then we'll go over it. So you could do that now. All right, so I'm gonna start with my part and add and stop when I get to my total, okay? So I'm gonna put 11 in my brain, and I can't put a 10 stick because that would pass my total, so I'm gonna have to draw circles. So 11, 12, remember I'm stopping when I get to 16, 13, 14, 15, and 16. All right, our missing part is here. Let's count this up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 was our missing part. Now write a number sentence to match your work. 11 plus 5 equals 16. This was our missing part. Okay, now we can do a number line strategy, all right? So there's two ways you can do this. You can do it the same way you did it here where you add it, or you can subtract and start with your total, okay? So I will show both ways just in case you do either one. You can start now. Okay, so I'm gonna do a number line strategy that's similar to this one. So I'm gonna start with 11. I'm going to make a hop of 5 so that I get to my answer, which is 16, okay? And then I'm going to start with my total. Since I'm subtracting, I would start on the right side of the number line. All right, so now I'm going to make a hop of minus 11. So I'm going to take this away. So I'm going to do minus 11, okay? And then that gets me to my answer, which is 5. Okay. All right, so now we need to write our answer. How many baseball cards does his sister have? His sister has 5 baseball cards. All right, we're on to the last question. You're writing 8 dimes worth 10 cents each. 8 dimes worth 10 cents each. All right. So the directions say I have 8 dimes and each dime is worth 10 cents. How much money do I have? So you're going to do this on your own and then I'll go over it after. All right, so you want to make sure you're drawing 8 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inside, you want to do a capital D so that you know it's a dime. And then we're going to count by tens because they're 10 cents, each of them. All right, 10. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. So we have 80 cents. Remember, you only want to write it like this. I don't want you using the dollar sign. So 80 cents. You draw a C and then you go and put a line like that. 80 cents. All right, let's go on to our exit ticket. I'm going to show your exit ticket on the screen now. If you need more time, you can pause the video. Okay, everyone, I hope you have an awesome day at the beach today. I'm going to go and lay out because I'm wasting so much time inside. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.